Oh, what the fuck are you?
It's the testosterone-laden man when it comes to this serious business of sex.
Oh, that worked out way too well. Okay, let's start with some lobsters. Y'all love lobsters. You've been following the lobster story, I hope, all of you. If I could do a quick recap, Jordan Peterson discovered that the comic book Captain America, a lot of the slogans that Jordan Peterson is very popular for using were being adopted by the magical Nazi emperor, the Red Skull. And as a result of that, Jordan Peterson kind of lost his shit and got really, really upset. He actually spent a whole day rage tweeting about it. You know, just being like, how can anyone do this? Oh my God, what's happening? And it was funny for the lulz and all that. And so now other family members, his daughter, the master of the meat empire, has sounded in. I've not heard her opinion on the matter, but I'm most curious. So we're going to take a quick little listen, if you will.
So I realize this is probably a few days late, but I've been really busy making merch. Why, you might ask? Well, Marvel, I honestly love Marvel, usually. I'm obsessed with superheroes, turned the Red Skull into my dad. Less nerdy folks might recognize the Red Skull from Captain America #1, the Winter Soldier, as literally the evil Nazi supervillain. Let me repeat, a supervillain Nazi comic book character.
I've been called a Nazi before. It's not pleasant, but this is one step beyond that. I mean, Nazi apparently isn't enough. I have to be a magical super Nazi. By implication. Well, really, it's just
so ridiculous. You know, I'm a magical Nazi supervillain. I don't understand what's happening. See, I can start out normal. I can start like his actual accent is not full Kermit. All right, it's a subtle Kermit mixed in with just like a little bit of that Canadian prairie sound. Oh, you know, it's quite a nice. It's been a humbling time to be here, but then it always degrades into full-on Kermit. I can't contain myself.
So it's so surreal and absurd that I couldn't believe it to begin with.
Dad tweeted it out a few days ago. Honestly, I think it took me a day to actually believe it was real. I thought maybe my dad was reading too far into it.
No, I had like a lot of internal processing. You know, like we've been through a lot. Our family's been through a lot, so you understand, right? You get this, okay? So, I mean, no amount of meat that day could satiate my father. I mean, he had multiple rare steaks with salt, as he's permitted to, but still, it did not end. The sense of impending doom that he seemed to have.
My dad can't be written into a Marvel comic as a supervillain Nazi. That just, like, what reality am I in? Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe it's Photoshop. So I bought the comic online and looked at it. The Red Skull, 10 rules for life. Okay, that's a little weird. Then next to it, they have Chaos and Order, which is literally what my dad has written about in all 3 of his books. And the Feminist Trap, which is something he said. And mixed in there is Karl Lueger, who is literally an anti-Semite that influenced Hitler. So just mix him in there with what my dad actually says. Cool. Then the good guys go on to say, it's the same for all of them. Young men, weak, looking for purpose. They found the skull. He tells them what they've always longed to hear, that they're...
Okay, I narrated this last time, and I will say I did an incredible job. All right, I don't brag often. I'm decently humble for someone of my position, but I thought I did some pretty decent voice acting. So don't butcher this. All right, Mikhaila, this is your chance. Perform.
Secretly great, that the whole world is against them, that if they're truly men, they'll fight back.
Oh. Okay, all right, that's it.
So that's weird. Anyways, as soon as I read it, I was like, okay, we can use this. Merch time. I'm still currently working on Pouting Barbie merch from the Times fiasco. It's coming. But because I'm running my dad's business and have more serious things to do, it's kind of on the back burner. But I jumped on this faster. Being compared to a Nazi is a little bit more serious. Memes have been circulating like mad. Here are some good ones. Kudos to these people for making these. Thank goodness the internet has a sense of humor. Some of these are pretty funny because of the juxtaposition between how evil the Red Skull is and what my dad is like, which is not evil at all.
You're still not using mine. I have tagged both of you in these posts. This is not fair. I spent a lot of time on these. I even made a new one yesterday. Did you even see it? It's good that you consumed the liquor this time instead of letting some Indians steal it. Didn't use that one.
There are even some videos out now.
those to you?
Straighten up what you can straighten up. Organize your local landscape. Schedule your time. Start taking control of yourself. Clean up your room.
Holy shit. I mean, you hear it all the time that the left can't meme, but that's pretty cringe, dog. I think I have some other Jordan Peterson buttons here. Oh, what the fuck are you?
It's the testosterone-laden man when it comes to this serious business of sex.
Oh, that worked out way too well.
We contacted this kid, Carl Timlin, on Twitter, who had randomly made an awesome lobster mixed with Hydra. Hydra is the Red Skull symbol for his group of Nazis. Just to be clear, I don't find the fact that my dad was likened to a Nazi supervillain funny. My dad has spent the last 30 years focused on teaching and warning people against...
Oh, come on, it's fucking funny. This is all so funny. The fact that you both had such a predictable reaction to it all too. Well, actually, I'll be honest. I didn't see this becoming all consuming for Jordan Peterson. I assumed he's on his book tour right now, bigger things, fish to fry, millions of lobsters to boil, etc., that kind of stuff. I didn't think this would be like, you know, the thing both of you would be so concerned with.
Totalitarian ideologies like Nazism. The fact that Marvel is okay modeling the Red Skull after someone like my dad in a comic aimed at teenagers is literally propaganda. Ta-Nehisi Coates, the writer of this comic, is a pretty successful writer. He's written Black Panther and used to work for The Atlantic. Now, my dad has critiqued some of his work, and for all I know, he wrote it in there as a joke and is cackling just as I've been cackling for the last few days. However, likening someone to a Nazi and then selling it to kids isn't really that funny, especially in a comic book aimed at kids. And if you look at the mainstream media's response, which was massive, almost all of them, except the National Post and Rex Murphy, straight up lied about this. Jordan Peterson shocked by Captain America villain. Red Skull espousing 10 rules for life.
Where's the lie?
Jordan Peterson is upset that a Nazi in a Captain America comic shares his ideas.
Where's the lie?
Like what? Clean your room? Take responsibility for your life?
He tweeted out, "What the hell?" And then he pinned that tweet. He was clearly upset by it. Come on. He rage tweeted all day. It's just real? What am I seeing before me? What multiple episodes? What is this arc? What have you done? My name has been sullied.
The memes do it better than I. My dad was not happy. In his words, it was surreal. But don't give me the Jordan Peterson's ideas are like Red Skulls. Just don't.
You just admitted that he was not happy. That's what the headlines were. Are you going to sue them for slander or libel now? Like, what the fuck?
And to assume your readers are that stupid is losing you guys readers. Dad wasn't angry, but shocked was right. Hell, I was shocked. I thought it was photoshopped and I bought.
Was there one of mine?
Comic.
Of course there wasn't. They're not putting the ones where they put the actual bad things Jordan Peterson says over them. Like, I could be wrong, but
the memes do it better than I.
No, these are all the positive ones. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no.
Anyway, there wasn't much anger, especially not from me. I pretty much immediately thought that this was so insane, it was hilarious. If a bunch of memes come out and you make merch and donate the proceeds to charity, then it turns out it's quite funny. I worked with my team pretty much nonstop for the last few days, particularly my socials guy, Ben, and my brother, Julian, to get this out in time. So thanks to them. Thanks to Carl Gustav Timlin for the LOBSTER logo. Thanks to Ben for nitpicking the design with me for like 6 hours.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's the big reveal. Is that they're selling merch now. Hail Lobster merchandise, buy it now or else. Featured products, Hail Lobster men's tee, Hail Lobster sticker, Hail Lobster poster, Hail Lobster women's tee. Really leaning into this whole magical Nazi thing. Enjoying it quite a bit. And now, let's go through some more Jordan Peterson quotes. Inspired by that last one I posted, Know Nothing had a whole bunch of them. The one I just said about him being racist towards indigenous people, that one's real. It's good that you consumed the liquor this time instead of letting some Indians steal it. These ones are some of the casual ones we all know. Men, if you treat women as disposable sex objects, they will enslave you to the state. Could casual sex necessitate state tyranny? The missing responsibility has to be enforced somehow. And get your sex contract today or else instantconsent.com. Intelligence and semen quality, listen up, girls.
91% of those who view my videos are male. Why? Why so few women? Women, if you usurp men, they will rebel and fail, and you will have to jail or enslave them. Is it possible that young women are so outraged because they are craving infant contact in a society that makes that very difficult? Number 2 of questions to get crucified for asking, do feminists avoid criticizing Islam because they unconsciously long for masculine dominance?
What? Yeah, okay, Red Skull. Red Skull. That's all I can see. Boys are being set up to fail. Man up, women. Develop your assertiveness and quit whining. Yeah, great.
You arrogant racist son of a bitch. Pankaj Mishra, how dare you accuse me of harmlessly romancing the noble savage? That's how you refer to my friend Charles Joseph, who I've worked with for 15 years. And you called me a fascist, you sanctimonious prick. If you were in my room at the moment, I'd slap you happily. Die, New York Times, and not a moment too soon. Why do you hate me so much, Helen Lewis? I have tried to be a good man.
His strange attractions to his daughter. Yeah, I can't really do this in the voice, but definitely a lot of strange stuff going in there. John Hopkins, psychiatrist, transgender is a mental disorder, sex change, biologically impossible. I won't speak out against transphobia because that is a malicious and manipulative term. Of course it is. Well, why not apply that to any phobia? The largest study ever done on the effects of diversity. Oh, this one was great. When he posted this one, it was an article by an actual white supremacist. Yeah, he posted an article by Steve Saylor, who's like a straight up white supremacist. Just like, and hasn't taken it down, by the way. Still up. So you know, there's that. Fantastic. This is the one that was like the most shocking to me of all of them. Why does he have pictures of his daughter in a bikini? I don't know. You'd have to ask Freud.
Or Carly Young.
Hey, do you like movies? Do you like Serfs? Do you want movies and Serfs watching the movies? So then come over to the new channels. It's the Serfs, the cinema. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Can you do the thing, you know, that thumbs up and comment and all those things that help us out in the algorithm that controls every aspect of our lives? Also, if you happen to have a Facebook account, can you delete it? Like, just delete it. You should probably delete your Facebook account because it's not a great company. But hey, if you can't do that for whatever reason, I understand. And could you also go to facebook.com/thesurftimes then and give us a little like and a follow. We're just trying to push back against the fact that people like Ben Shapiro happen to dominate the platform entirely. And when everyone asks why do older generations believe the things they believe, one of the problems is the majority of them on social media use Facebook. So to counter that, we're just going to be on there too now. Also, if you happen to have a union or a worker co-op or even a leftist project, podcast, website, Zoom, MySpace, it doesn't matter. We will advertise it for free on this channel. All you got to do is go to weareserfs.com and use the forms that we got there, weareserfs.com. Thanks, everybody.
To our gods, I'm Raft and Xander Corvus. We shall build golden idols in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker. Our soft, spongy flesh is yours to command. To our lords, Evan Nudie, Trevor R., Alexander Thaler, Ryan Lubin, Bisexual Black Gamer, Toe Fox, and Jeffrey Lamb, we proudly carry your sigils onto the battlefield. And to our Knights of the Round Table, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, Multi Mondi, Timothy Hart, Trevor Janis, Lemmy 101, Anthropophagic, Saren 42, Chronic to Hemphog, Callie Kotka, The Great Pudini, Von Janney, Catherine, Radical Maniac, Ramon Acosta, Encosin, J. Fraser Cartwright, Jimmy Bignuts, Violent Orchard, Sophie Baby, Political Puppy, Andreas Chiringuito, Zach Christensen, Nicholas Marks, Jopi, Josh Mickelson, Melissa Murphy, Todd Buckingham, Todd Lajeunesse, and Constance Joyce Lacheris. We tip our cap and lift our mug and salute you.